Vocal improvisation, one of my favorite practices, both creatively and musically, just using your voice to play in that creative flow state. So I'll give you a brief overview of vocal improv, what it is, why you should embrace it as a part of your voice practice, and then I'll give you an outline of what you need to get started, culminating with walking you through just a basic improv session so that you can begin where you are, of course, and take it and run with it. See where it goes. So this is just permission to play with your voice. This is creativity for the sake of exploration. So enjoy the process, trust the process, and enter into it with an open mind. It's a practice of discovery, not only discovery within your voice, but also yourself as a human being. Welcome to Reawaken Your Voice. I'm Lainey Crawford, holistic voice coach, singer, song weaver. I believe the song in your heart holds medicine for yourself and for the world. And yet too often, something happens along the way. We shut down our voice and our song goes unsung. Whether you stopped singing years ago or have always harbored an unrealized dream to start, if you're ready to finally give voice to those unsung songs in your heart, then take my hand as I guide you to free yourself from the inner critic, reignite your creativity, find your courage, sing with confidence, and reawaken those dormant parts of yourself aching for a revival. So dust off your songbooks, tune up your guitar, bust out your singing bowls, your shakers, your drum. Actually, all you really need is your voice, your breath, open ears, and an open heart. Let's play. First of all, what is it? What is vocal improvisation? Well, basically, this is making music in the moment with your voice without having any previously written notes or like music notes, sheet music in front of you, without a preconceived notion of what will come out. So you're going with the flow of wherever you're intuitively guided to go with your voice, moment by moment. So why improvise? Well, one, it's getting you out of your analytical mind and into more of that creative mind. And you're doing this through your body, through your voice, which of course leads you into your heart as you enter that flow state. So you're tapping into all these parts of yourself while doing this very physical practice, but connecting the physical instrument of your voice with the creative mind, with your heart. It's also about exploration and play. You know, that's such an important part of creativity. As an artist, you need to make it a practice to enter that state of exploration and play. And so vocal improvisation, it's not about technique or making art with a capital A. You know, you can totally let go of perfectionism, enter this realm of play, and just be in the process. It's an adventure for discovery, like I said. So you're following an idea to just enjoy the ride and have fun, see what opens up. And you know what? It feels good. Improvising feels good. There's no attachment to what comes out. You just keep going and flowing and experimenting with the voice. So it's very playful. And I love that about this practice. So what do you need to get started? Well, I'll list 4 things in order of importance, in my opinion. Okay. So of greatest importance, first and foremost, creativity. And we are all creative. So you've got this. You just need that willingness to practice trusting your inner voice to guide you into that creative space moment by moment. You're thinking on your feet without trying to force it one way or another. You're allowing things to flow and just having fun with it. The second thing you need to get started is expression. Just the ability to use your voice to emote, to convey feeling. A willingness to explore what you're feeling in the moment through your voice. The third thing you need to get started with vocal improvisation is musical foundations. Now, this is just basic knowledge of melody, harmony, rhythm, phrasing. But this is listed as number 3 because you can do without these if you simply trust your inner ear. Trust your voice and flow where the sound carries you. Try recreating what you hear within with your voice. And as you gain more and more musical knowledge and fluency with practice, it will deeply enhance your experience and your ability to translate what you hear. So as you're gathering knowledge and skills musically, it's a language, so your ability to translate what you're hearing and what you're feeling into the music, into your voice, will improve with time. But you don't need advanced levels of these things to get started. All you need is just a song in your heart. And if you're here, you have that. The fourth thing that you need to get started with vocal improvisation, and in my opinion, the least important, is vocal technique. Now, this I list last as least important because it's not the point. Technique is not the point of vocal improv. But learning to open your voice, access and navigate the different parts of your range, learning to strengthen and develop the natural power of your voice, these things will only enhance the experience, just as it is with learning the language of music more deeply. So these are the 4 things you need to get started. Creativity, you got that. Expression, just tap into your heart. Musical foundations, follow your ear, trust your inner ear, go with that song in your heart. And number 4, vocal technique. This comes with practice. And the more that you play with this practice of vocal improvisation, the more you will develop this skill set. That's the beauty of vocal improv, is that it's a practice that allows you to grow your skills, develop your voice in a really playful, creative, expressive way. So I can briefly give you an overview of vocal improvisation, kind of guide you through it, walk you through it. But keep in mind that it's just almost an outline, a surface level place to begin, a jumping off point for your exploration. It's kind of a roadmap. Oh, I like that. That feels like an exploration or, adventurous discovery, something. It's just a roadmap. And you can, feel free to take your own detours, take the scenic route. I encourage the scenic route, actually. But what I mean to say is make it your own and allow that freedom to let your own creativity guide you along the way. So depending on your level of musical fluency or your experience with instrumental accompaniment, you can keep it as simple as playing 1 or 2 chords on a piano, or strumming a single chord on guitar, or going between the 1, 4, and 5 chords on a ukulele. Or even if you have no background in any of that, you can still use like a shaker or a rattle or a drum, or you can use your own body to create a heartbeat for the music. Or you can even use a recording of a musical drone, which is just a long sustained tone or chord that you can sing over. You can make this as elaborate as you'd like based on your, level of experience and skill set. Improvise some harmony and create a melody with the voice. But however complex you make the accompaniment, be sure that it doesn't surpass your personal level of ease. Like, make it easy for yourself is what I mean. The point is to be able to focus on the voice, get into the zone, get out of the thinking mind, and simply sing from the heart. So with that heartbeat or that foundational layer of harmony, however you decide to do it, a good place to start is just to begin contemplating what lives within me that wants to be given a voice. What wants to be expressed? What needs to be sung? What is calling me to give it a voice? What feels stuck? What feels imprisoned or shackled? Like, what's yearning for a breath of freedom? What truth needs exposure? After all, the truth will set you free. So while singing, you're improvising on vowels. You're adding voiced consonants, singing through various parts of your range. Beginning in a really comfortable place that feels easy and simple, and then gradually expanding from there, little by little. So not going to the extremes of your range, just really staying in a comfortable place where you can feel a sense of ease. And as you kind of luxuriate in this space of ease and gently allow your voice to open, maybe starting with humming, opening up to vowels, adding some voiced consonants, then you can allow the sounds to come through however they want to. Allow words to come through, phrases to come through. And in a way, perhaps you're having a conversation with yourself, or, using the voice to tap into the creative energy that begins pulsing through the music. this is the part where it really is all about your intuition, letting yourself be guided by that creative voice. And you can set a timer. I like to sometimes set a timer for 10 minutes. And, sometimes I just let it flow however long it wants to. And maybe it's shorter than that, maybe it's longer than that, but you can let it go as long as you'd like. And you'll know when it's coming to a close. Trust yourself. Trust your voice. Trust your own creativity. And that inner voice to guide you and create a path in the wilderness. And enjoy that wilderness. That's the exploration. That's the adventure of self-discovery. Let it be playful. Let it be free. Notice when thoughts pop up that are trying to derail you from that flow, that stream of, it's like you're following a stream of consciousness. Once you tap into it, you get into the zone and you're able to let go of the thinking analytical mind and just be present with your voice, your creativity, and the music that's flowing through you. So this is my call to adventure for you. Set aside some time to play with your voice within the framework of this roadmap. So creating a heartbeat, a simple rhythm, and letting your imagination carry you from there. And you can layer in any instrumental accompaniment that you feel comfortable with, but knowing that all you really need is your voice and your body. You can sway with it, move with it, flow with it, and see where it takes you. And the beauty of this is that, yes, it can be a short exercise that you squeeze into the cracks of your day. But know that the longer you open up to explore, the deeper you'll get into that creative flow. And in that state, you can almost transcend time and space to just be present in the music as it becomes part of you, which is a really cool feeling. Perhaps you already know it well and you're like, yes, more of that, please. Then this is your reminder to just set aside some time to tune inward, just give it over and sing out playfully. And if you're hearing about this creative flow state and you're like, yeah, I've touched it before, but how do I get back to that place? And you're longing to experience that sense of singing with freedom and flowing with the music that comes through you moment by moment, then let this be your guide to just begin where you are and play. And if you want me to guide you through a warm-up and vocal improvisation, then you can check out my free voice workshop where you'll just get a taste of this practice and a little creative inspiration to weave into your own singing practice. So you can find that at reawakenyourvoice.com/workshop. I'll see you there. Hey friend, thank you so much for listening. If this episode unlocked something in you or moved you in some way, I'd be so grateful if you'd leave me a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're streaming this, and share this episode with a friend who's been praying for a vocal breakthrough. Until we meet again, keep nurturing that song in your heart. Lots of love.